This next segment is about the difference between periclinal and anticlinal cell division in the lateral meristems and why the plant needs to do them both. So what I've done is come into the head house of the greenhouse and just set up some pots. Just bear with me here and assume that those pots are the ring of vascular cambium in a perennial woody type plant. So I know they're discrete circles, and I don't mean it to look like primary xylem and phloem. Assume that we've got the inter and intra-fascicular cambium all linked up, and this is an older stem, but we do have the vascular cambium here, and we're going to go through some cell division. So let me add another layer of cells. Okay, so I've added another layer of pots. In this case, I made a layer of pots to the outside. And in this case, the type of cell division that I'm showing is periclinal. That is the cell wall. So let's assume that there's a cell wall here separating these two cells. So one cell divided became two cells. The cell wall is here, and it's parallel with the outside surface of the plant wall. So this is a periclinal type of cell division. So we've had our first set of cell division. Let me do another cell division and we'll take a look at it again. Alright, so we've had another set of cell division, and I've put in another group of cells around the outside, and again it was periclinal cell division because here's the cell wall separating the two cells, and it's parallel to the outside of the plant. So another periclinal division. Now what I want you to see is that as these cells divide, notice that there's a gap forming between the cells. How are we going to fill in this gap? Now there was no gap originally with the original material, but as the girth increases, and if we just have periclinal divisions, we're going to have these big gaps form. And if we do another periclinal division, there's going to be a huge gap here. So instead, the plant every once in a while has got to have an anticlinal division. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, so I've shown another round of cell division, but this time instead of periclinal, where the cell wall is parallel to the outside of the plant, it's anticlinal, where the cell wall is perpendicular to the outside of the plant. Can you see the difference? Well, here are the new cells. Every other pot is a new cell that I put in, and they result from anticlinal divisions. So if we take this guy here, the new cell that was produced is here. The cell wall between them here is perpendicular to the outside of the plant. And so because it's perpendicular, it's anticlinal. So big deal. What difference does it make? Remember that before this pot was here, there was a big gap starting to develop, and if this type of cell division went on, we'd have a huge hole all the way into the vascular cambium. But instead, by doing an anticlinal division, the tree is able to fill in those gaps and have a nice continuous layer of cells just like it did with the original vascular cambium. So periclinal and anticlinal division.